It's a good question. Honestly, I don't think there is much point in umpires going forward. Once we get technology making all the decisions, it's a bit like saying, well, if word processors on computers are going to be used for typing, what's the use for typewriters? If we get piped water and taps, what's the use of wells? Nothing. There's not much. Now, I know there are some umpires on here, and that sort of, I don't want to make that sound cruel because I just think it's reality. I think that, look at how much technology has increased in recent years and how good it's got. The direction it's only going in one direction. And for those who say, oh, no, that's never going to happen, I honestly very strongly remember in the early 90s, just before runouts first were used, the technology was first used for runouts, and people saying we should do something about it. Everyone said, no, no, no. And I remember my dad saying, I said to my dad, well, how will they communicate it to the actual on-field umpire? And he said, well, they could communicate it on the big screen, whether it's out or not out. And I thought, wow, that's never going to happen. There's only one or two grounds. I think Sydney has a big screen. I'm not even sure if Melbourne had a big screen at that point. Now, obviously, it's commonplace. I think that's the way that we are heading. Same with tennis. Wasn't that long ago that the idea of having Hawkeye doing any form of line calling would have been ridiculous. We went to the point of where players then got a challenge and it would go with Hawkeye. Now at the Australian Open the last couple of years, no lines judges whatsoever. I think eventually we're going to get to the point where maybe there'll still need to be a human out there as a sort of a human presence on the field, but I don't think they'll be making any meaningful decisions.